Next, we have Dr. Cara Wools-Kaloustian, Co-Director of Research for AMPETH and Director of Research for the IU Center for Global Health Equity. Dr. Wools-Kaloustian has research expertise in HIV/AIDS, chronic disease care, and reciprocal innovation. She was in the first IU School of Medicine residency class to complete rotation at Moore University in 1991. In January, Dr. Wools-Kaloustian will move to Eldoret full-time to serve as AMPETH Kenya's new executive site director. Our story is titled, yes, we appreciate you. Our story is titled, "What do you do when you find a naked man lying in the middle of the road?" Wow, wow. Welcome.
So what do you do when you find a naked man in the middle of the road? So to give you context, this story happened at the dawn of our HIV care and treatment program. We had just started to think about things like food insecurity. It would be a decade before we thought about mental health issues. I was driving from my home in Kemosa to IU House to pick up a friend for dinner, and I turned off the main road, and as I was turning, I saw this naked man walk into the road and lay down like he was laying on a bed. And I stopped, and I looked again, and I'm like, there's a naked man in the middle of the road. I am not hallucinating. So you have to realize I am a profound introvert and really, really shy. And when I end up in social situations that are not well structured, I get very stressed. This is not a well-structured social situation. So I go through my process for solving problems because it helps me with my anxiety. And so I name the problem. There is a naked man in the middle of the road. What do I do? I call on my fund of knowledge, and I remember this man, a little more modestly dressed, wandering around Eldoret, engaging in behaviors that clearly told me that he had a mental health issue. And so I added to my knowledge base, and I got out of the car, and I asked him in my very broken Swahili, because Wycliffe doesn't tell you what motivated you to lay down naked in the middle of the road at sunset, what he was doing. He didn't look to be hurt. He seemed alert and awake. And he responded to me in a language that I did not speak. So, I call on my skill set, and I have to say that nothing in my medical training prepared for me to deal with a naked man in the middle of the road. So the next thing that happened was I'm like, call an expert. Today I might have Googled it, but I'm a little afraid of what Dr. Google would have said to what do you do with a naked man in the middle of the road? But so I thought, my friend is standing at IU House at the guard station. Perhaps one of the Ascaris can help me figure out what to do. So I called my friend, and in the middle of disbelief and astonishment, she agrees to get one of the Ascaris to come up. And by this time, it is dark because sunset comes very quickly in Eldoret. And my car's sitting in the middle of the road, and I'm standing in the road, and this gentleman is still in the road. And so I'm a little stressed. And suddenly my saviors come out of the dark. And It's two Askaris and my friend, and one of the Askaris tries to talk to the man, but unfortunately he's clueless too about what the man is saying. And so we have a team convocation, and we decide that the best thing to do is take the man to the hospital to be evaluated. And so one of the guards had brought a jacket with him and helped the man get into the jacket, which improved the modesty quotient of the team substantially. And we got him into the car, and we got him to Moy Teaching and Referral Hospital. And by the time we reached casualty, we were a team. We had a mission. We were going to get him admitted to the hospital where he could be taken care of and he would be safe for the night. And along the way, we had figured out with hand gestures and language that he was very, very hungry. So we got to casualty, and one of the Askaris went off to get food, and one of the Askaris went to pay the admission fee, and my friend and I geared up to do battle with the medical officer in charge of the ER that night to get this gentleman admitted to the hospital. Now, what I clearly recall from the hours in casualty is the joy on this man's face when the Askari came and handed him a loaf of bread, because clearly he was starving. We eventually succeeded in our mission. He got admitted to the hospital. He ended up with a mental health diagnosis and treatment. Today, thanks to the pioneering work of our former Dean Atwoli, the late and much beloved Dr. Edith Quoba, and Dr. Matthew Terracini, as well as scores of other leaders, healthcare providers, community volunteers, and donors, we have both mature and emerging mental health programs. And today, he would have gotten better care than he did then. So what I learned from this was with a motley team in the middle of the night and no preparation, you can solve someone's problems for a day or a week, but with planning and dedication and a community, you can solve people's problems for a lifetime. So all it takes is asking the question, what do you do? And the knowledge that you don't have to answer the question alone. Thank you.